Hello Year 10, welcome to my kitchen again. Today I'm going to show you how to portion a chicken, and this relates really to the work we've been doing over the last couple of lessons where we've been looking at food hygiene, food safety, and how if we aren't careful and we contaminate food either with bacteria from ourselves or bacteria that's present in the food, we can actually cause food poisoning. So I'm going to show you how to handle a high risk food. Right, so I've got a whole chicken here. It looks like a massive chicken, but actually it's a medium chicken. I think it's just the angle of the video. And chicken is a high risk food. It's a high risk food because one, it's high in nutrients. It's obviously a protein food. It's moist, but also chicken, when you buy it whole like this, comes on the bone, and the inside cavity where all the lungs and digestive tract had been is in itself a source of bacteria. So you have to handle it really, really carefully. Right, so for this task, you're going to need a medium chicken, you need a board. Now, if you've got colour-coded boards at home, then a red board is the board that you need. That's for raw meat. If you haven't, it doesn't matter so long as you clean the board before you use it and you clean it after. Now you might have one of these. I've got these at home. It's like a mat, and you buy them in somewhere like Tesco's. They're not very expensive, and you get two. You get a red one and a green one. So the green one's just for general use really. The red one is brilliant for preparing, well, it's for preparing raw meat, but it's really good because you can just sit it over your existing work surface or chopping board. Okay, right, so first thing we're going to do, I want you to think about the chicken and ourselves and the fact that our joints move. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take away the wings. So if you feel there, you can feel the joint, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to cut that off. So cut round the joint, and then you should just be able to twist it out, okay? And you've got one wing. So obviously there's two of everything except the parson's nose on a chicken, so you can do the same with the other one. So just feel where the joint is and cut through it. Okay, now you're going to need a sharp knife to do this. I've got just a general cook's knife here, so depending on what you've got at home, let me just, not done that very well. There you go. So there's the other leg. So you've got quite a nice little bit of meat there. Not loads, but you've got a bit there. Right, so turn it over. So there's your chicken now with the legs and the breast and the thigh wings removed. So the next thing you're going to do is remove the legs and the thighs. Okay, so this bit here is the thigh, and that's what we call the drumstick. So you're going to cut around the thigh. Okay, so can you see there where I'm sort of cut around? And you're going to go all the way around. Right, now mind your fingers because obviously you're using a sharp knife. And then if you just break the bone out of the socket, because a bit like our hip, it's a ball and socket joint. So you've got an easy way of pulling it out. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to remove this joint. Now can you see, you can hear that crack? So you should just be able to cut the thigh off. So just make a little bit of space. So you should be able to, sorry, you should be able to take the thigh bone away from the leg. Okay, I'm struggling a bit here, I don't know why. So make sure that you actually cut, I'll just get through that bone, make sure that you cut high enough up to give a decent drumstick, but you also have a decent amount of thigh meat, and you don't want to take that off the breast meat really, so you just need to be quite careful. So do the next one. It's exactly the same. Now obviously before I started this I washed my hands thoroughly, and as soon as I've finished I'll wash my hands again. So again I'm just gonna cut that off, and then just hopefully, there we go, pull that out of the socket, and just cut it off, right? And there you've got another thigh and drumstick, and you're going to do exactly the same to what you did with the other one, and you're going to cut the thigh meat away from the breast, the leg meat, okay, the drumstick. Just twist that, you'll be able to hopefully get through. If not, do what I'm doing and just cut through. But be very, very careful, because you do need a sharp knife for this, and you don't want to hurt yourself, okay? So I've probably just not gone low enough there with that, but it doesn't matter. It is something we probably don't do very often. I have to admit, I don't joint a chicken very often. Right, now, just want to show you something. Chefs love this. So you should have here two little, this is on the underside, I probably cut one of them away, two little, they're called oysters, and the chefs love that because it's like a little bit of a treat for them. It's lovely tender meat. Okay, right, so turn your chicken over, and what you've got now are two breasts attached to the breastbone. So you need to cut either side of the breastbone. So for this, you don't need a big knife. Now, if you're lucky enough and you've got a set of knives and you've got one of these, it's called a boning knife, and it's got a nice tip that enables you to get into the meat next to the bone. If not, just a small sharp knife like that would be quite useful. So what you're going to do is you're going to find where the breastbone is, and you're going to just cut as near to the bone as you can on either side. Okay, so I'm going to so first side, you're going to hold your knife and you're going to cut the breast away from the rib cavity, okay? And if you just keep your knife as close to the bone as you can, just slicing it off. If you leave a bit on, it's not the end of the world, like Mrs. Beacall has there, right? And then just take that off. And there you've got, it's a bit of a scruffy one, but you've got a breast. So the next one, exactly the same. So there you can see that's your sternum, you know, this big bone here, and then all your ribs coming off. So basically, that's what we're cutting round. So the other side, and go right down, keeping your fingers away from the knife, and you literally just going to take all that lovely meat, I think I've done this one slightly better, okay, off the bone. So there you've got another piece of breast meat. And then that, if you've got time, don't throw it away, because actually that's still got meat on it. It's got loads of flavour. So if you put that, I'd give the inside cavity a rinse out, but then put that in a pan with some onion, some celery, carrots, peppercorn, salt, water, throw a bit of wine in if you want white wine, and then cook that gently, probably for about 3 hours. You will get the most amazing stock. And if you keep skimming the top off, it's got like all sorts of scum. If you skim that off and keep skimming it off, you'll get a nice stock which you can strain and then use, and it makes amazing soup. Okay, so that's me finished for now. I'll be back soon. When you're finished, sorry, I've got two things. When you're finished, you need to bag up the breasts together, the thighs together with the drumsticks, and the wings. So 3 bags, wings, breasts, thighs and drumsticks, and freeze those ready to use after half term. And then you wash your hands thoroughly and get rid of your carcass, whatever you're doing, or get rid of your carcass, then wash your hands thoroughly. Okay, so I'll be back very shortly. Bye.